everybody, welcome back. A perfect evening. There's no wind. First day in like 3 weeks. That's so nice. Today we were at a Porsche Club meet about 50 miles away, which was a really fun drive. So my son and I went to a Porsche Club meet in Addison, Carrollton, which is about 50 miles or so from us today. A lot of fun and wide variety of cars. There were probably 100 there. There were a bunch of cars there, and some from the 80s, 70s, a lot of moderns, 991s, 992s. And this, my car is 16, and I parked next to a GT3 RS and a GT4, 718 GT4, which is really nice track car. Because you kind of noticed, it's pretty easy to notice. I'll show photographs, cut in and show you the paint, the details, the wheels. This car looks almost new, and I have friends ask me, people at work, that when I occasionally drive the car to work, and they'll say, how do you keep a car? I can't believe your car is 16. How do you keep a car that new? So I'm going to show a few things in the video, little details I do. It's all about the tiny details. This one's going to be interior only. I made it last a few days ago, and it was about to rain, so I just did an interior detail only. And then we'll come back in a week or something and do a wash and have a whole lot of fun, wheels and everything with the exterior. So enjoy, thanks, and here we go.
So, and the reason I chose this today, I've got a rule. Every time I do a car, today I can't do a car the outside because it's going to storm here in a little while. Just didn't want the humidity fight with it, drying it off and all that stuff. But every time I wash a detail, I do one little extra thing, whether it's trim, plastics, exhaust tips, the barrels of the wheels, the inside ceramic coat. I'm doing extra coat, undercarriage. The inside of the inside of the fuel area is it's really nice and clean for the car of its age. It looks new. Around hinges inside the door, around hinges in the hood, the back. So every time you do something small like that, it adds up. So as you do one at a time, over time the car looks fantastic, and the details is what makes it look so clean for its age. And there is the wall mount vacuum, 30-foot hose, can reach all the cars, even cars out in the driveway. We can do all of them from one place. Very cool. One of the best gifts I ever got.
There we go.
And after that, we're gonna do leather treatment on the leather on the door, steering wheel, shifter, and all the seats. Little 3-in-1. So here we go. So next, because I'm bored, little 3-in-1 leather conditioner. Don't have the full leather kit. I have the door sills and handles. Obviously the seats, the boot around the shifter and the steering wheel. And we'll go ahead and go around all of those. Just do the conditioning, get it in the seams. You let it dry for a little bit and then you wipe it down. Just like you do with the trim reconditioner. Just let it dry for a few minutes, get the excess. Steering wheel is a little bit challenging, but I do the front. Then the seams. And then I just go around the back. Okay, so real quick, we're just gonna buff it off. Another second use microfiber towel. Don't use this on the outside of the cars, but just a quick wipe off, and then it goes in and gets washed with the dirty towels, not the exterior car towels. Now we'll just do the wheel. Oh, hard to see that. Just quick buff. And now the seats. One section at a time, get in the seams. So I'm going to be doing some vacuuming. Go ahead and get the frunk today. And then I'm going to treat the outer plastics here underneath and along the top of the hood. So I'm going to have a selection of, yes, giant Q-tips. And we're going to use some of these to get the different sized nooks and crannies. And now the old trick, kitchen sponges, when they're dry from the store, you cut little slices with little angles, and then you can use those to apply on edges, corners, and everything else. Been doing this for 10, 12 years, and it works really good. Gets dirty, this is about done. Probably throw this out after this application because one sponge can last a year, 2 years, depending on how long how many times you do it. As you can see, I've got different ones. The colors don't matter, but different sizes. This, I cut them this thin so that I can do around window trim. Also keep in mind, anything, I'm not showing the brands because I'm not sponsored, but, and I use products from a lot of brands, a couple in particular, but just so you're aware, the protectants for the rubber, vinyl, plastic, that kind of stuff are not friends to your paint. So be very, very cautious when you're around your paint. If you get it on, either immediately wash your car I use, an after wash detailing product to get it cleaned off, make sure it doesn't sit on top of it. So I keep this pretty clean, but I'm just gonna prep this for the UV protectant color. I like how this foams up. This is good stuff. I'm just cleaning it off, making sure that the surface doesn't have a lot of dirt, residue, road grime, and that kind of stuff in here. And while I'm down here, I'll go ahead and clean this top. This is the part that goes over the battery. So let's do that real quick. I've already done the other side. Oops, I see part of a tree. There we go. Perils of parking under live oaks. Yep, just cleaning that. It's just a wipe down with a microfiber after that. So we'll wipe her down. Whoa! Now, we'll close the lid, hood, front cover, just enough to raise the wipers up and get the inside of that piece. Don't put the hood up with the wipers in service position. Bad choice. I've come very close to doing it after a wash. I don't recommend it. So I already got this up here, but I'm just gonna get along the edge, the rubber seal, kind of where it couldn't reach before. There you go. No need to let it sit or anything. We'll just wipe it down. A little bit on my applicator here. We're just going to start. The plan is to get as much of this as you can before you close the lid. Go ahead and get the top. You don't really need to protect the inside, but now that I've gone over a little bit, I might have to do this panel just to make it consistent. Clean the corners. Make sure you get that top really good. This is the part that's really exposed to the sun and elements. All right, so let's give it a light coating. It's cool looking, I gotta give it that. You let it sit for just a minute or two, and then take a clean microfiber. Okay, now it's set for a minute. We use a clean microfiber. This used to be one of the best, my best ones. Now it's relegated to dirty tasks. I'm not going to use it on the paint or any, exterior nice parts of the car. I'm just going to wipe it down. Really simply just get all the residue off. Should be nice and dark. Get all the nooks and crannies. Nice uniform look. Looks good. That looks real good. Went ahead and went down all the way around. Whoops. All the way around. Okay, now the top's off. I'm just going to hit these little spots very carefully. You sure don't want to get it on the paint. Windshield's one thing, paint's entirely another. So the spots that this won't get, we're going to come back with other tools. We'll show you here in a minute.
Got the lid shut. Okay, so there's clearly some spots in here I can't get to. We're gonna get some little utensils and make it a little easier. Just want to get every spot so it looks consistent. I'm just gonna run it right along that edge. Just make sure you hit everything. Gets behind there pretty easy. Behind there pretty easy. All right, let's go around. And now we have the finished product. It's far blacker, it's more consistent, looks very clean, and it'll stay that way depending on how often you get it outside in the rain and weather. I do this a couple of times a year.
What is your favorite part of detailing the car?
Finishing and driving it.
Driving a clean car is your favorite part?
You know, it's funny because I used to be completely the opposite. I'd want to finish it and then not drive it. You remember that? I wanted it to sit, but now I clean it. I want to take it out.
We're a little persnickety about people getting in your car.
I know.
And your car is not a restaurant, I believe.
All right, here we go. I'm looking at the roof. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, check out the others on my channel. Hit like, subscribe, and send me a comment. I'll reply. Thanks for watching.